The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The fans are filling the seats in San Antonio, the site of our broadcast, and where the Spurs will be going up against.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Lakers come into town for this one. The Spurs happy to be returning to San Antonio after the road trip. And, of course, Rudy Gobert. Team moving on here without him.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all he brings to the table. But I like what the trade does for him, and I bet it helps them right off the bat. I mean, it also is going to help him long-term.
Well, we'll see, because you don't make a change this drastic without having a period of adjustment. So you may be right. We'll see how long it takes and whether this new-look roster can gel.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So the Lakers 5 right now. Smart is out there with Will Barton. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. Aldridge, the pass to Valanciunas.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layups.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
2 shots. Good on both. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Cleveland.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And here is Los Angeles now. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Smart misses. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. The kick out to Aldridge. Feeds to Green. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Lakers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. To the middle. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Now here's Smart. Lopez outside. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Poked away. Leonard with the ball. Passes it to Parker. Back to Leonard. There's the pick. Banked in off the glass. Leonard's got his first 2 points.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Pass to Ingram. Millsap a screen on Leonard. And here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Here's Parker. Finished off the break. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds. Confidence and gives you momentum.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Pass to Leonard. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim's run.
Now here's Millsap. Coming off a solid outing against Cleveland. Millsap a screen. Ingram passes to Millsap. Lakers shooting their first free throws here tonight. Free throw dropped for Millsap. Both free throws good for Millsap. Spurs leading by 5. Parker outside. That's his second shot. And his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Well, I like how Paul Millsap used his body to get into the defender there.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the Lakers head coach. He told me there aren't many big men with the mobility and length of Jonas Valanciunas. And that he's a player they'll really have to account for, saying, quote, JV's still developing his skill set, but there just aren't that many people in the world of his size. And you factor in his motor, he can really impact the game. Guys, we'll see how they try to deal with him.
Thanks, Doris.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Lakers trail by 3. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Smart misses. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Kings.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
And so it's the Lakers with it. After the basket by San Antonio, Millsap, it's good on the putback. Millsap's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Pau Gasol is checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Tony Parker. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Randall's checked in for Brook Lopez. Smart kicks to Barton. Millsap a screen on Green. Barton dishes to Millsap. And Gasol sends it back. And so looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Four on the clock. Here's Barton.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back, I understand that, but you should send at least one guy after those. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Here's Barton. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland. Picked by Randall. The 3. But they recover it.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment.
Here's Ingram, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done. Good call.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Boomer, he's checked in for Millsap. Lance Stevenson subbed in for Barton. Here is Stevenson following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Randall, that falls. Nice feed that time from Stevenson.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Here's Stone. Again, the Lakers.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind blocking.
Leonard on the wing. Lets it go with a three. Randall grabs the board.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
Here is Slim. Talking about that win against the Cavaliers, he was definitely a major factor as well. And he gets it to go. And now just a 4-point Spurs lead.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out, and sometimes the best way to do that is with a timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. And the Lakers also making a switch. Anderson's checked in. Here is Stevenson following the bucket by the Spurs. In the corner, Smart with it. And the Lakers tack on two more.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Mills. Gasol kicks to Gay. Gasol setting the pick for Gay. Gasol inside. Shoots from the baseline. Again, the Spurs good for two.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now, here's Stevenson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And the shot is good. There's 1:17 left in the first quarter. Gay passes to Gasol. Kicks it to Mills. Dish now to Aldridge. And the shot is long. Lakers trail by 4. Ball going up court. Gay with the block. 4-on-3 break. And here's Mills for 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Mills has got his second bucket of the night.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Gasol following the basket by Julius Randle. Mills dishes to Gasol. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. David Lee checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And the Lakers also making a switch. Robinson's checked in for Randle. And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
Stevenson kicks to Smart. Back to Stevenson. With 1 on the clock. Got it off in time, but it's no good.
And now, your Spurs
And Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, very demanding throughout the was hardest.
My first 3-4 years, it was tough sometimes. Sometimes, like, eyes watered. I was, like, really angry, and it was tough at times. Definitely very hard on me early in my career.
Even though it seems like that was a very long time ago now, to hear Tony Parker talk about it now, still... Sounds very fresh to him.
Did he acknowledge, Kevin, that he cried?
It sounds like
The game made him cry. That's one of the things fans forget about with professional athletes. No matter how successful they get, players never forget that pain and frustration or those other emotions they've gone through to help get them to where they are.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
It's just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
So what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
Jonas Valanciunas is out there with David Lee. Then there's Parker. Then there's Rudy Gay. And it's Clark in at the shooting guard position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And the Spurs making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Paul Millsap's checked in for the Lakers.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
San Antonio calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Leonard. Lee gets the bucket.
That is a pretty finish. The defense did all they could there, but he just outwilled.
To the inside, it's deflected. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Dishes it to Clark. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Clark's got his first basket.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
Lakers trail by 5. Now Stevenson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Millsap a screen. Baseline jumper. Good work defensively by Gay. The Spurs have gone 2 or 3 from the field here to open the second quarter.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
At the line for 2.
And both free throws good for Gay.
Steady work at the free throw line. Just what we're used to seeing out of him.
Stevenson drives in. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Stevenson. And Stevenson drops them both. Spurs leading by 5. And here is Parker. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Lopez with the steal. Stevenson outside. Another miss by Stevenson.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Lakers trail by 5. Outside Millsap. Takes a 3. And that one's good. Martin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Valanciunas against Lopez. And here's Gay outside. Offensive rebound. Lee. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And the Lakers call time here.
You know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And the Lakers making a change here. Randall's checked in.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I had a chance to find out what Los Angeles' coach was going over with his guys. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Millsap. The coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Well, coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Barton. The shot misses. So the Spurs will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
You're not always going to shoot it as well as they did from three-point range to win that game, but it certainly doesn't hurt. And in that game, boy, did they shoot it lights out from beyond.
Lights out is a real good way to describe it. Just take a peek at the box score. I mean, their percentage from deep was off the charts.
Parker passes to Lee. Stolen by Stevenson. And Rudy Gay picks up a foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Spurs. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Lee, and Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Rudy Gay. Barton kicks to Randall. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down. That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
The Lakers trail. Out to the right wing. Here's Barton. Nice feed from Valanciunas.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Outside Leonard fires the three, and it's good in the assist by Parker. And that's now 11 points for Kawhi Leonard.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is.
Martin dishes to Randall. Count the bucket.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last three buckets have come by way of an assist.
Green is checked in for the Spurs. Mitch McGary's checked in for the Lakers. Marcus Smart comes in for Lance Stevenson. Lakers trail by 3. Here's Barton. 9 points in the game so far. Shot from the wing. And the back. Good.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
San Antonio's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's Aldridge. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. The pass to Smart. From beyond the arc. San Antonio with the rebound. Aldridge has got his 3rd rebound tonight. And Valanciunas penetrating.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the right.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Here is Slim. He's covered by Leonard. Ingram passes to Smart. 5 to shoot. He dishes it to McGarry. Some solid defense from Aldridge.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
And the basket good. And it's a 5-point Spurs lead.
Boy, they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Smart kicks to Randall. And the powerful one-handed slam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Randall against Aldridge. Aldridge a screen. He kicks it to Valanciunas.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Saul comes in for Valanciunas. That's Mills in for Tony Parker. And then for Los Angeles, Robinson comes in for Randall. And it's Anderson in for Slim.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Smart dishes to Robinson. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. The feed now to Barton. Anderson passes to McGarry. Again, the Lakers.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
Gasol screen. Now here's Mills. He's got 6. Offensive rebound.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against it. That was well done.
I like that. They obviously put the right guy on him.
Smart misses.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Aldridge a screen. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. They kick it out to Green. And here's Mills for 3. Down it goes for his... Third basket in as many tries.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Here's Barton. 11 points in the game. Gasol with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the way. Tipped away.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Here's Barton. Guarded by Green. Feeds it to Barton. 6 on the shot clock. Inside, McGarry can't hit. Gasol with the defensive effort.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And that one's good.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Lakers trail by 6. Smart with the ball to the left side wing. Robinson a screen on Green. Barton dishes to Robinson. Anderson passes to McGarry. Smart kicks to Anderson. Puts it up from 17. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And then Leonard with the top.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all.
And so we conclude the first half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He ended up with 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played? And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Lakers. And that'll do it for now, as the second half of our game is about to get on.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
I tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
An explosive display it was, fellas. They might have to get the backup rim ready if he keeps attacking the hoop like he did before the break.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Paul Millsap out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Slim. Then it's Will Barton and Smart in at the point guard position.
How about that, breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Millsap a screen on Green. Barton kicks to Smart. Fires the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. They'll be playing host to Portland for the next game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Leonard, no luck.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Lopez, no luck. Spurs leading by 8. Parker dishes to Valanciunas. And he can't jam it through. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Lets it go from 11. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Lopez has got his first points in this one. San Antonio's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Smart. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Lakers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. And that one falls for Smart. And the Spurs making a change here. Clark's checked in. He's off on the second. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Smart passes to Barton. Smart with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Lopez drives in. It's Clark with the rebound. San Antonio leading. Parker kicks to Clark. Back to Parker. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely. Parker's got 8 points.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Ingram. And the Lakers with another miss.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Stevenson's checked in for the Lakers. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Inside. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Lopez.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
Leonard kicks to Clark. Lee, a screen on Stevenson. Off the screen, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Now Smart. Lopez a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. 18 feet out. Bounces high off the rim and drops. 6 points for Brook Lopez.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Passes to Valanciunas. Outside Leonard. Here's Parker. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Not phased at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. And the Lakers also making a change. Julius Randle's checked in for Brook Lopez. And that one's good by Stevenson. Spurs leading by 7. It's Parker with the drive. And the jam by David Lee.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark
Yes,
bringing it down hard.
Yes, symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Boomer, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. On the inbound. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll